A few years ago, I was doing a seminar in a much smaller venue than this. We were expecting about 150 people in the room. And I had sent the meeting planner ahead of time how I needed the room set up. When I got there the next day, I kind of stumbled out of bed about 6 o'clock in the morning, came downstairs looking pretty rough, opened up the door to see if the room was set up the way I needed it to, and it was set up the way I needed it to, but according to the wrong instructions. My fault, not theirs. I had simply sent them the wrong instructions. So I needed to get a lot of things changed in a very short period of time. So I was looking for somebody who maybe had a Marriott name tag. We were staying at the Marriott Suites at Dulles Airport outside of Washington, D.C. There was a woman standing at the end of the hall putting out coffee and breakfast rolls, and she came up to me and she saw that I was in some distress, and she said, "Can I help you?" I said, "I sure hope so." I said, "I've really blown it. I've sent the wrong instructions, and I need 150 chairs and tables and table skirts and staging and lighting and audio-visual equipment, and all I got is 35 chairs in a cute little circle in the middle of the room." She said, "Well, do you have the right instructions now?" She was a little sassy, but, I couldn't really argue. I told her, yes, I did. And she looked at those specifications, and she looked at that room, and she said, "Yeah, I can take care of that." I said, "Well, I appreciate that, but I'm not sure you understand exactly what I need. You say I need 115 more chairs and tables and table skirts and stages and staging and lighting and audio-visual equipment and all this in about an hour and 10 minutes. She said, "I can take care of that." I started to protest again, and she looked up at me and she said, "Hey, you'll appreciate this." She said, "Sir, you need to go upstairs and do something with your hair." And she was right. And so I went upstairs and I got ready, and I came back about 45 minutes later. I want you to know that room was well on its way to being set up exactly as I needed. I said to her, "You have created a miracle." She handed me her business card. Look at that. Annie Chow, banquet server. A banquet server with a business card. A gold embossed business card. She said, "Sir, these rooms are my responsibility. What happens in here is a direct reflection on me." Wow. Well, you know what? Each of your stylists is an artist, expressing her creativity, and her canvas is a man's head. Every man who walks out of your store walks out carrying the artwork of your stylist. If your stylist begins to believe that all she's doing is cutting a man's hair and doesn't understand that she's sending a canvas out into the world showing people the work that she can do, then she's missed the point. So the question is that canvas walking out of your store looking like that or like that? That was actually me before the forming cream, you understand? But no. There's something else. Cutting a man's hair is very important, but letting him go out with her artistry on his head is even more so, and even perhaps in some cases more than that, is what your stylists do when a man comes in, he's had a rough day, he's having some hard times in his life, not financially maybe, but in other ways, and he's just plain grumpy. And when she can talk to him and explain to him and show him that she cares about him as a person, as a client, and can brighten his day, even in some small way, she has done something that most people never have the opportunity to do in their work. Make sure your stylists know all that they do and how their work matters.